Falcon battle. And Dylan Hughes qualified 6th. JTP, excuse me. Remember, he had a 0 and incomplete on his first run. Let's see how he goes and throws it down. Dylan Hughes in that first outside zone. Dylan Hughes gets to the outside zone, really well executed. Doesn't get to the second outside zone of the bridge. That allows Justin PAWLAK to gain that proximity. He's right there. Justin PAWLAK now takes the shower line. Dylan gets the outside zone 3 transition. A late transition there by JTP. Both of them bring it around. Little bumper tap there. So you saw Dylan get close to the outside.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Bing bong. There we go. Justin PAWLAK, Falcon tires, Ford Mustang, Link engine management. Let's see what we got. Initiation by Justin PAWLAK. Quick little handbrake. That is in the decel area as denoted by the judges. Under that second outside zone. Dylan Hughes off of that third outside zone. And here's Justin with the clean air. Really well executed, but I got, does it come down to that handbrake pull? I think that's the ball. Battery comes loose, shuts it down. Dylan Hughes earned it. He's right there. Qualified 6th. But right now, our one more time battle. Remember, don't pull the handbrake, boys. Send it. Here we go. The Royal Purple O'Reilly Auto Parts Falcon Tire BMW out front. Justin PAWLAK, JTP in that chase position. There goes Dylan Hughes, our first outside zone. Now transition to the second. Justin PAWLAK taking a bit of a shallower line. So it looks like JTP.
Mechanical issue.
He might be having the mechanical issue, unfortunately.
Now what does he not have, Jared?
He doesn't have a comp timeout. Extinguish, that is go time. Chase car can lead prior to the lights extinguishing. Through the start chicane, coming down the hill, and initiating. Point of no return to that first front clip. Matsuyama very aggressive on initiation. Ended up biting him, and we've seen that a couple times. If you get too aggressive, you're going to have to back off. Otherwise, you're going to go on this side. Justin PAWLAK puts it right inside that second outside zone. Matsuyama transitions to out Watoro. Nice job by him. As Matsuyama, by now Japan, Sylvia Esther. So here's the second half of the PAWLAK-Matsuyama battle. And let's see who comes out on top. Like you said, we had that contact, but Matsuyama was at fault. So PAWLAK, not a major advantage here, just that contact. So Matsuyama, by now Japan, Sylvia. Oh, look at Justin, just absolutely seething right now. Ready to get his claws into Matsuyama. Well done as he exits out of the horseshoe. Matsuyama with a great lead run, but just given that he had a good lead run, they're about to be extinguished. This should be a good one. Here we go. Frederick Osbo, JTP, Justin PAWLAK, Nitto versus Falcon, Toyota versus Ford. Frederick Osbo, guns a-blazing. The Norwegian Hammer comes out swinging into that first front clip. Now coming up the hill. Big angle there from Frederick Osbo. Pulling away from JTP. Osbo in that second outside zone. Justin PAWLAK gets to the side of him. Past that front clip. Look at Justin. On Osbo, has to back off. And bringing it on around. Wow. Really getting extra juice in the tank. And I'm interested to see how he handles Justin PAWLAK out front, because I know Justin's going to go for it too, man. He knows who he's going against. He's going against the defending champ. He wants to win here in Atlanta. Who's going to get it, JTP or Frederick Osbo? Into that first front clip. What do we got? Brings it into that front clip. Nice job so far, JTP. Look at that staggered angle. Oh, and Osbo gets into the side of JTP. Super versus Stang. Woo! Wow. This is a battle of the ages. Come on now. Yo.
That was impressive.
A serious quite a run up here. He's saying, all right, I got you. That drag race start, we saw that from Chihuahua getting on. And there goes JTP. Flicking into that big bang. Justin PAWLAK. Whoa, look at this. Yo, it's drying out, baby. JTP in that first inside clip. Gene Carnage, Carney, Hyper, NFT, IO, Dodge Viper, firing off. Look at that siding stuff blowing over that second inside clip. Justin PAWLAK now in that second outside zone. Most exciting run we've seen so far. Make some noise. But, put the car in the right places. I think chaotic is the best way to describe it. So, maybe dial it down, pack a little coach, here we go. Nope, you can't tell a guy named Carnage to chill out. Gene Carnage, Dodge Viper. Let's see if he can pull it off this bank and down into that clip. Really well done by both drivers. Coming down into that second inside clip. Looks like Dean does swing a little wide, and that's what you're talking about. That speed you're carrying through, it's slick, so it's going to cause you to slide out as Dean does exceed it a little bit and then brings it on back. Hyper NFT Dodge Viper on Nexans. Oh, look at that.
That was a late start.
A little late start for Dean, but we'll see if he can catch him. Justin PAWLAK initiates, stays high in the bank. That might not have paid off for Dean Carney. Almost a bit of a drag race to that first outside zone. Oh, PAWLAK with a wide swing. That's too off. That's exactly what we're talking about, Ryan. Coming in too hot, you're going to slip and slide your way off. And that's exactly what the Hyper NFT Nexan Tire Dodge Viper. Dean Carney initiates Justin PAWLAK. He knows he has some ground to make up. And man, two very aggressive drivers coming to that first clip. The composure that PAWLAK has, aggressive, but then just pedals it back just enough. Really well done lead here by Dean Carney. Ooh, comes off of that crease. Here we go. You can see the lights extinguish, and PAWLAK has a clean start. PAWLAK initiates, straight line approach. Nothing too wild, pretty clean as Taylor Hull on transition gets gapped. And PAWLAK sets it and forgets it in the outside zone 2. Transition past the inside clip. Ooh, big angle there. So it looked like he ramped it up. You know, PAWLAK is known for that. Cams, Liquid Molly Corvette, JTP in his Mustang. No cones were hit. Here comes Taylor Hull into that first outside zone. Justin PAWLAK initiates almost simultaneously. Let's see how the transition happens. Hull, big angle there, and look at now Taylor Hull finds it, but Justin PAWLAK slowly massages his way back into the pocket, into the final outside zone. Here comes Taylor Hull. Oh, and PAWLAK, quick little correction there, approaching the finish line. Justin PAWLAK will lead. You saw Taylor Hull advance on, and that is allowed. JTP into that outside zone. Gets all the way to the course's edge. Taylor Hull, that's kind of what he did last time, where he kind of left it out a little bit longer, but it doesn't seem too violent, and it definitely does not right there. Passes inside clip, knocking it over. Justin PAWLAK, now Taylor Hull. Wow, right there. Oh, we see contact, but you see that. Taylor Hull will lead. Taylor Hull, Justin PAWLAK, second half of this battle. Wow. Taylor Hull, look at this. Justin PAWLAK getting aggressive now. Remember, Taylor Hull was at fault. He went inside of Justin PAWLAK in that final outside zone. And now Justin PAWLAK, pressure, acting like David Bowie over here. Nice job now coming back around. Oh, big flick there by JTP in that final outside zone. He knows who he's going against. This car is a rocket ship, both of them. So here we go. Justin PAWLAK and Chris Forsberg. JTP out front, that Falcon Tires Ford Mustang. Chris Forsberg initiates a little earlier than JTP. We'll see if that pays off. Now transitioning into that second outside zone. JTP, big angle. Chris Forsberg not as deep. Now he finds himself in the middle of that second outside zone. Let's see how they transition here into that final outside zone. Chris Forsberg paces him. Looks like he was just on the wrong side of his vehicle, and Justin PAWLAK all the way in that final outside zone. Unnecessary. Here we go. Chris Forsberg will lead. JTP, Justin PAWLAK giving chase. Here comes Forsberg, NOS energy drink, all new Nissan Z on GT Radio tires. He knows he needs to throw down, he does just that. Big gangster initiation, but JTP, watch him kind of surge up here, and he does that. Lacking the angle, but does gain the proximity. Now Forsberg into that second outside zone. Into that final outside zone goes Forsberg. Here goes Justin PAWLAK, and oh, PAWLAK goes into the wall, but he salvages it. That could have been, oh boy. Seems to be just an absolute widowmaker. Here we go. JTP will lead. Rome Charpentier giving chase. Who's going on to go against Matt Field in the final four? JTP, aggressive initiation. Yo, but Rome right there. The green and pink shadow loses some ground, but now JTP all up in that second outside zone. That's Rome's move. You see this drop like that, just slide into those DMs. And now that final outside zone, JTP, big match, didn't have to bounce off the ball as we saw with him and Chris Forsberg. Here we go, Rome Charpentier out front, JTP chasing him down. Rome Charpentier, look at that flick. Little Manji initiation, but JTP adjusts so well. You see that counter steer, and now coming into that second outside zone. Rome very deep into there. JTP, look at throwing some more angles, stepped out. Let's see how they handle the last zone. And JTP throws it in hard. And unfortunately, JTP, 2 a.m. summer night. And now Justin PAWLAK will lead. Dean Carney giving chase. And now into that first outside zone, and Dean Carney. Was there contact now?
Big contact.
Back up. Was there contact?
Big contact, yeah.
Oh man, look at Okay, and Dean Carney.
He hit him hard. Right here in this area.
Okay, you were looking
zone one.
You were looking with your naked eye.
Slow down where you're not supposed to. He's going to be right there to bump into you.
I have a feeling this is going to be a very aggressive battle. Justin knows that, look, he's a bit of at a deficit here. He's definitely at a deficit. He's going to throw down, but Dean, he's hungry. He's he's been working hard, him and his team on the car. Now going to that second outside zone. Doesn't get all the way out there. Justin PAWLAK.
Little rub.
Oh, look at that. Giving him some love tap, rubbing that Falcon tire into the door. The high NFT, big angle there from Justin PAWLAK. And you saw him grip up, doesn't get to the outside zone. It wasn't exactly the most perfect line by Dean Carney as well. Definitely a stylish driver. Looking forward to seeing what he throws down here in the signature pony that is the Ford Mustang. I think engine management firing off into that first outside zone. Perfect. Look how settled Justin PAWLAK is up front. Those white wheels, again, it always highlights when there's minimal or no correction out of those front wheels. Great job. Good transition into that third outside zone. Nick Novak gained some proximity, but needs to mimic that angle. Let's see what if Novak flexes on him, tries to drop in, and he does. That was really well done, but you saw just how much muscle was
he could have slight advantage there if he does a better job in zone 3, just kind of leaving it where it ends.
Justin PAWLAK's line going from that outside zone 1 into 2 in that power alley was very fluid, and that was something I really want to point out before we get Nick Novak out front. And look at that, he's locked and loaded. But Justin PAWLAK, you talk about what he needs to do, and he's doing that. Falls down some wavering in that chase position, but watch Nick Novak come to that second outside zone, fills it. Justin PAWLAK buried in smoke. Now Nick Novak, let's see that line. Justin dives in on the inside. And Novak brings it into that last outside zone. That allows PAWLAK to get right to the door. So, ready to throw down. Always just, again, a very stylish driver. And Matt Field will lead at Falcon Tires, Drift Cave, Borla Exhaust, Corvette. Whoa, look at Justin PAWLAK get right quickly to the door. An all-American battle, Corvette versus Mustang. Now into that power alley, Justin PAWLAK applying the pressure to our current points leader, saying, yeah, I can be up there too. Both them with the white wheels standing out, talking about that earlier. And now in that final outside zone. Wow. Echoing through. Let's see who throws it down. Again, Matt Field, current points leader, going for that championship. Talked to him earlier. And here we go, Justin PAWLAK initiates. Aggressive initiation, look at the massive angle from Justin PAWLAK. Has to take a little out of it, but absolutely flying through the bank. Justin PAWLAK, quick little correction, massaging into that second outside zone. Big angle from PAWLAK. Massive counter steer here from PAWLAK, and Matt Field sticks it to that back right corner. M-Spec vehicle, but JTP, the signature teal and blue, looking down, looking for some great speeds here from Justin PAWLAK. Gets that clean air. Ford Performance putting him up there, and check it out, big angle. Stuckey wasn't focusing on him, but saw a little twitch in that chase position. Now coming into that second outside zone, into the inside clip. There we go, wrapping him around. Nice job by PAWLAK. Stuckey just barely knocking it over, barely kissing it. Looks like Stuckey, you saw him grip up, but look, he massages it back there. Well done by Stuckey, gaining that composure. But I'll tell you what, Justin PAWLAK out front.
Where you need to get back on throttle as early as possible to get through inside clip 2. You can see that the error that Justin made there made him early on inside clip 2 as well.
both these drivers have a big opportunity to not leave in the judges' hands, so they need to throw down either a gangster lead run or a gangster chase run. So Daniel Stuckey throwing it into that outside zone. Now coming out of the smoke is Stuckey and then Justin Paul. Justin Paul comes a little bit short there. Now tight to the inside clip, both of them go into that final outside zone. Let's take a look.